Let's go. Yeah, and we're back in business on another episode of Life to the Max. We switched the cameras up, Max.
Yeah.
We got the lights behind us glowing.
Yeah.
You know, we're experimenting with this shit. If anybody wants to get involved with us, anybody with some broadcasting experience, anybody with some broadcasting, what's the word I'm looking for? Like ambition. You know what I'm saying? You want to get involved with the movement? Come on, hit us up. First, you got to pay the fee, okay? And the fee, Max, is being on the podcast first.
Yeah.
All right? Because you're not a part of the crew unless you're on the podcast first.
Yeah.
You feel me? All right? And with that being said, everybody that has been on the podcast is a part of the crew. You're stuck with us. All right? We're going to be hitting your line like once a week at least. You know, like, what's up, family? When you're coming back, you're stuck with us.
It's funny. Well, today it's just me and Eric, which is good because we're gonna talk about some good stuff. We're gonna talk about the experiences and how we live life to the max, right?
Okay. All right. That's what we're talking about. All right. You going to kick it off or you want me to go first?
I'll kick off the intro. I got you. I'm on it. All right. Paralyzed from the neck down, breathing through a machine, but that doesn't stop me from following my dreams and doing what I love to do. I don't got an excuse, and neither should you.
Yeah. Hey, so what does life to the max mean to me? Actually, somebody approached me before, and they're like, you always ask other people, you know, how they live life to the max, but you never said how you live life to the max.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, listen, motherfucker, mind your business, okay? My job is to bring the content out of the guests, all right? But yeah. I guess today we gonna bring the content, just me and Max in the cut, you know.
We don't give a shit. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I need to make that shit the permanent intro.
Yeah.
But life to the max means to me, shit, you know. I could easily say the podcast. I mean, is how I live life.
We always I always say live my life to the fullest. People probably wonder what that means, you know. But I mean, the first time I met Eric, I freaking met him at a parade. All the OGs know that. You know, and
let me hijack this shit because I never really told the specific story, but I'll make it quick. You know, I hit Max up after he hit me up originally, and 2 years passed, 3 years passed. Yeah. I was late on responding, you know, but I hit him up one day like, yo, can't forget about the homie Max. You know, we never met before, and I was like, what? I know it's been a long time, but like, yo, what's up, bro? Where you at? Let's hang out this weekend. And Max responds, yeah, I got a parade to go to. And I'm imagining a quadriplegic at a parade, like under a tent on the side. I'm like, cool, I'll meet you there. Just give me the address. I ain't even asking really much questions. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I pull up on Max, and if I were to branch off what life to the max means to me, it means like spending quality time with people you love. And I'm a huge family man, you know, so I take quality in life, upbringing my cousins and my brothers and my sisters under me, you know, but also spending time with my elders, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really enjoy spending time and looking out for my grandparents and my uncles and, you know, everybody, just spending quality time with the family, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, my grandpa's handicapped. When I met Max, his condition did not mean shit to me. You know, yo, what's up, Max? How you doing? He's like, what's up? You know, first time meeting. Immediately, without a conversation starting, some soldiers walk up behind Max, and they look at me, and they're like, are you with Max? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, all right, you ready, Max? And he's like, yeah. And he rolls his chair around, and he fucking goes, I follow him. Next thing you know, people, I'm leading a parade with Max in West Dundee. We got people cheering his name on the sides. We got patrol cars escorting us through the city. We got people holding multiple flags. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, I'm glad I wore a button up. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know, Max. Yeah. Love being prepared.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot to tell you. I literally said I have to go to a parade. I mean,
yeah, I thought you were like attending a parade. I thought you were in the audience.
Yeah, I understand that.
You didn't say I got to lead a parade. That's what you did. That's what you had to do. That was your obligation. But hold on, let me take the wheel a little longer for the people, give them some content they never heard about. So keep in mind, this is our first time chilling, Imagine your first time meeting someone, you're small talking and shit, right? So I'm just using my eyes. And what I see is a lot of people going up to Max like, hey,
I
Max.
was going to bring that up. That's crazy.
They're like, hey, Max, how you doing? And then
feeling?
And then after maybe the second or third person, I'm like, all right, fuck this. I'm like, yo, Max. He's like, what? I'm like, does that shit bother you? He's like, what? You remember this?
Yeah.
I'm like, is that shit bother you? He's like, what? I'm like, the way they talk to you like you're a fucking puppy, bro.
I hate it.
And he's like, all the fucking time. He looks at me, he's like, you want to get out of here? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, can you drive my van? I'm like, bro, I drive for FedEx, bro. Max is like, all right, Mom, Eric's taking me back home. His mom's like, who's Eric? We're out that jam. Fuck the fake ass people. Nobody that we brought on this podcast treated you like a puppy. You're a motherfucking Great Dane, Max.
Yeah. Bulldog. Yeah. But no, I hate that. I literally hate that. So if anybody's listening, come up to me like I'm a person. If you can't hear me, just come a little closer.
Yeah. Maybe the only time you could approach Max like this is when he's going through septic shock in the hospital, and he needs some soft energy.
Yes.
Maybe when he needs to be cradled. Maybe when he's dying. Okay? But not when he's leading a parade. That's not dying energy. That's not sick energy. That's badass energy. Go up to Max like happy fucking Memorial Day, Max. What's up?
Yeah.
That shit annoys me. But this is a public service announcement. If you meet anybody that's handicapped or in any type of condition, don't treat them like the condition. That is not their identity. Their condition is not their identity. Do not treat them as such, okay? Get to know them. Touch their soul. Get to know their personality. Act accordingly.
Yeah, and I understand when people, feel bad for me and stuff. But, don't, feel bad for me. You could feel bad for me, but, I'm still trying to live life to the fullest, life to the max.
We ain't trying, baby.
That's why we named the podcast Life to the Max. At first it sounded a little weird, like something from Disney X or something, but now it's really I've really grown to it, and literally me and her click. We're chilling, and I'm like, what are you doing on Tuesday? I think it was the next week or the following week coming. So I think we hung out Sunday, and I was like, what are you doing on Tuesday? And he comes over, and I'm like, yo, let's go to the city. And he's like, okay, yeah. And it's I never get to go out because I have to have 2 people in a van, which is very hard to get going. But it's not hard when it's family. But sometimes I want to just go with the boys, or have some freedom. So Eric shows up.
He's like, you drive the van? I'm like, man, I drive for FedEx, bro.
Yeah.
Put me in the van.
This was my first encounter, going on an outing per se. And we went to Shed Aquarium. Shit was dope.
Seen some sharks.
It's
cool.
Yeah. I was like, yo, what if this water just completely cracked and
and I was like, well, shit, glad I met you, Max. Glad I met you.
Yeah, but then after that, I got pissed. I don't know why I got pissed. I think
because we went to the edge of Michigan. Where were we? We were walking along the lake.
Right by the Shed Aquarium.
And it reminded you of when you used to go running.
Oh, yeah.
So you're like, man, I used to run this all the fucking time, and now I'm stuck in this chair. I'm fucking mad.
Yeah.
Right? So then I think you thought of the movie, The Upside.
Yeah.
And then you were like, have you ever been to a rage room? And I'm like, no. You're like, Google that shit right now. I want to see you break some shit.
Yeah.
I want to see you break some shit, Eric.
Yeah.
So we go to a rage room. I've never been to a rage room. He's never been to a rage room. The nurse has never been to the rage room. And we grab some glass bottles. We grab some pipes. We're fucking breaking shit. Max is covered up in an apron and a mask, so shit doesn't splash on him. You know,
breaking like computer screens, and it was a great time. Like, you know, that
was our first date, people.
That was like the beginning of living life to the max, because we've done a lot of other things now. Like, I mean, like we went to a Bulls game, and it was a playoffs. Giannis, the Greek freak, just completely destroy us.
And we found out that the handicap section at the United Center is literally the best section you could be in. Like, there's fucking space. You know, we don't got to worry about people standing up and obstructing our view. We could walk around and really cheer. Like, we could sidestep, you know. We could, like, we got space in that bitch.
I mean, but it's not even just that either. Like, it could be just, like, all of us hanging out in my room and you playing Call of Duty. You know, like that's like living life.
The most important thing is that pure, concentrated, positive energy coming out of anyone. You know, when you spend time with anyone, don't fucking waste time. Again, I'll resort back to that small talk I brought up earlier. Like, I fucking hate the, oh, hey, you know, how you doing? How was your day? Nice weather, huh? No, bro, like, you could ask someone what they do, but I still think that's small talk. But, like, ask them what they love to do. You know, ask them about the last time that they had, like, an exhilarating experience. Like, what do you dream of? What's your passion? You know, what do you value in your life? You know, get to know somebody and then just fucking share some positive energy and laugh together and live life to the fullest in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
And we were both in some bad places in our life, like mentally and emotionally.
Yeah, you know,
so, like, coming together was...
We were
like,
both at it down.
Yeah. It's like when those superheroes both put rings on each other. You know what I'm talking about? Like, they both have a ring.
With the lanterns, guys?
Yeah.
Well, the way I look at it is, like, I was going through some shit. I was burnt out. I was drained. You know, I don't want to get too specific, but I was going through new mental lows, like shit I didn't know I could feel. Like, my brain was opening up negative emotions that, like, I never fucking knew was there. I thought anybody that knows me knows I'm always, like, a dope-ass, positive, fucking optimistic guy, but I was going through a fucking low, and I was surprising myself.
Quit gassing yourself up.
Yeah, no, I'm not gassing myself. I'm just saying. And then I was going through this low, didn't know how to handle it, and as soon as I met Max, I just immediately reflected, like, dude, what the fuck am I bitching about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then when Max met me, now he has a driver. Now he has a third person to bring him around. Now we're out here doing some shit freely, you know. Now we're setting up this podcast, you know. So shit, he helped me break through, and I helped him break through.
Well,
you know
we went to the Four Seasons and just like had a great time at the city. That was great. I had a great time at the city because I just went roaming with you. You know, like there was no like. I felt like I was like just with a friend, just chilling.
Yeah,
you know,
walking with a friend instead of walking with a nurse.
Yeah. Like I felt like I was you know, human, because sometimes you feel inhuman when you're in this position because you have so many things to think about. It's not just that you can't move, it's that you have to worry about the people that are around you, whether they're stealing from you, whether they care for you, all your supplies. It's a lot, but I'm not going to get into it because I let that stuff go to the left of me.
Let that shit burn. Let the ashes blow away.
And I look to the right, you know, and that's a big thing. But freaking, we just came back from Kansas City. Like, who would have thought?
Yo, let's go down all the activities we did. Let's tell the people.
Yeah.
Let's tell the people. Let's tell the people the leverage, the social leverage you have.
Okay.
I'll give the example of the meet and greet with Dennis Rodman. We've already mentioned like how we were set up, but how we got in, you know, because we got the VIP.
Yeah.
So I pull up in this big ass handicap van and I roll you out with the ventilator dragging next to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I walk right up to security and I'm like, yo, like, obviously we were the first ones here. We got VIP, right? You agree? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to plug him into the van because his ventilator needs to be plugged in. When you open the doors, let me know before you let everyone else in so we don't get caught in the crowd, right?
Yeah.
I'm putting Max to sleep. Then he tells me, yo, would it be easier if you were just inside? I'm like, fuck yeah, you know? So we got inside, and we're chilling with all the big influencers, and we're chilling with all the people that were paid to be there. Therefore, everyone that was paid to be there thought we were paid to be there. You know, that's how we met all the big guys first at the meet and greet.
Yeah, shout out Mario Cannon. Shout out the TikToker in New York or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the dance thing.
Guarantee if I get pulled over with Max in the back seat, we're getting away.
Yeah. It's like, if you guys haven't watched The Upside, it's a really good movie. It's kind of like that. Eric's my life auxiliary.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm the Kevin Hart in that movie.
Basically, like he's he's got the same height as Kevin Hart too, but
maybe I have like an inch on him.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, he's my arms and hands and legs, you know. So like, if I want to play a video game, he plays it for me, and that's like living life to max. That's enjoying things, you know. And like, I can't even like. There's so many activities we've done. We did the meet and greet.
Max just purchased like 3 prostitutes, and I had them all at once. Like I did it for Max.
Yeah.
Oh, we're joking. I never fornicated with a prostitute before.
Really?
Nothing against the female workers. You know, you got to get your bag, pay the bills. You know.
Yeah. I mean, what are some other things? I mean, we've been to the Bulls game twice. We just went to the Bulls game on Sunday, and they beat the Warriors. That was awesome. That was a great time. Yeah, we just watched them fucking murder.
Tell them about the soldiers that approached you at the Bulls game.
Yeah, we were at the Bulls game, and you know, I'm driving out. I'm in my uniform, and these soldiers come up to me, and they're from the 1st Infantry Division, and these are some like high-ranking soldiers. So I was like, and they came up to me, and they're like, "Hey man, thank you for your service." And like, they kind of started quizzing me, because the thing is like some stolen valor type shit. And and they were like, "So where'd you go to basic?" And I was like, "I went to basic at Fort Benning." He's like, "Okay, check the box." He's like, "Okay." So he was like, "So I 101st Airborne Division?" I was like, "Yep, Screaming Eagles, Fort Campbell, that's where I was." And I went to basic training at Fort Benning, and I was a Bravo 4, and then they're 11 Bravo. And they're like, oh, okay. All right. And then they started like being cool with me, like saying, "Thank you for your service." And like, this guy had like 4 bars on it, like 4, which means like
he was decorated. He was decorated. He got every achievement he could get.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, he needs a whole new uniform to put the other ribbons on.
Let's not get carried away. We know someone else is way more decorated. But yeah, no, he was decorated, and he gave me a coin, which is like something. It's like a military thing.
No, it's not a coin. Call it a medal.
I would call it a coin, but
what is it really called though?
A coin.
Really? Well, the coin sounds flimsy, but this bitch is a cool ass achievement. Like, it's really hard to get these coins.
Yeah,
and it looks like the size of an Olympic medal. And
and you know, that's like living life to the fullest and meeting new people and hearing their stories. I mean, that's why we started the podcast.
What did he have to do to earn the medal that he gave you?
I don't know.
Because you say it's like really hard to get. Like, it takes years to get.
I mean, that was a division coin, so I really don't know. Like, I think he was just a higher up. He had coins, and he was maybe gonna give it to one of those soldiers, and he gave it to me instead. Yeah. You know, like, he was super decorated. But yeah, it was a good time. Especially because the Bulls haven't beat the Warriors in like fucking 6 years, and we destroyed them. Vucevic.
Yeah, you know, Bulls are kicking ass right now. That's a good time. Yeah. What else is a good time, Max? What about the time we brought you to the strip club, and you know you couldn't get upstairs in the private room, so they cleared out a part of the club that we weren't supposed to be at just for you.
Yeah.
You know, he got a whole private area of the club.
Yeah.
And this girl was doing handstands on his chair, smacking ass in his face over and over. I had to reconnect his life support like 6 times, you know, but he's smiling the whole time, suffocating. And then I put it back in, and he's still smiling and shit. Everything's fucking falling off.
That's a little over.
I'm not exaggerating, bro. You were living life to the max in that booty crack.
Yeah, and then like usually dancers just like dance around me. This one was like on my chair, doing crazy shit. And then like she was sitting on me, leaning like forward, like face forward, and then she went down and like spread her legs, and my hand fell down.
Hold on. I gotta intercept you. So when Max has an arm move or something suddenly, he'll go into a spasm, right? Like it's just an overload of nerves going to the spinal cord, right? Yeah. You know, so his leg, when she put her legs in a V, you know, Max's arm fell right on her pussy, you know, and then he had a spasm, and he was like this, and he's like, oh, you know, like right on the clit, and then he looks at me like, you seeing this? You know, like yeah.
And they treat me like VIP there. Fucking unbelievable. Every time we go there, like there's a line, we go straight through it. You know, if there's a spot I want, I get it. You know, it's you know, there are perks. My shoes don't get dirty. I'm just kidding.
Shoes don't get dirty.
Yeah, like there's things to look forward to, even though you are in a position like this. And if anybody's listening that is in a position like this, or like something less than this, like just, I mean, live your life. Live your life, you know, like live it like you are walking. Maybe I will walk one day, but like I've just been enjoying like life and doing things that I couldn't do without Eric. So that's why he's my personal assistant. You know, like I was just like, I gotta get this guy, you know, and finally I did. And we've just been like living since. I mean, like honestly, like going to places. Like we went to Kansas City for a Chiefs game. Shout out to my lawyer. But,
yeah, his lawyer has like, I don't want to put his business out there, but he has many season passes, you know, and he hands them out to us like it's candy.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, yeah, we'll take 7. We'll take 7 seats. Yeah, thanks. We'll see you there.
He's like, we'll put you up too. We got you. We'll put you up. Tell me why this dude gets a hotel at the Fontaine.
Dude,
shout out
this
to
hotel, this hotel is bigger than most people's apartments.
Yeah,
it's bigger than most people's townhomes.
Yeah, no, it's
the layout was very nice.
There's a balcony,
dude.
We watched the fight. There was a fight. I didn't even know there was a fight on, but we watched the fight, and then
what was it? 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
2 bedrooms, but a living room in the hotel as well, and a dining room, and the dining room and the living room leads out to a huge balcony. Yeah,
it's super modern. We'll upload the GoPro soon, like when
we'll put that on YouTube.
When we get everything ready. We have a lot of stuff in the and
we're still figuring out lighting setup. We're still figuring out camera setups, but every day we're getting better.
We have a lot of stuff in the safe that's going to be coming on YouTube, so make sure you stay tuned to that. But yeah, it's just living life to the full, especially in this position, could be hard, but it's all about your mentality, your courage, and just your perception, you know, because you don't realize that your voice through someone's headphones or someone right in front of you, you're like changing that person's life. You don't realize it. And I like realized it back then, and I hated when people say like your inspiration and stuff. I just didn't like it, because I'm like, how am I an inspiration? I'm basically a statue just like sitting in a chair.
It's not that you didn't like it, you didn't believe it.
I'm still like modest towards that, like the inspiration. I'm happy I'm able to inspire people, but it's hard to like say you're an inspiration when to be honest, like, yeah, I live life to the max, but I wake up to a nightmare every day. I mean, I wake up to being paralyzed. No one wants to be like that. But, I mean, I can't just let, like, Satan, the devil, win and take my hope away, because hope is the only thing that really gets you through things. Hope and faith, just like we read in Christopher Reeve's book, the Light Tower. He was going on a boat trip in '78. He had to deliver a boat to Bermuda. They got into a storm, and they thought they weren't even on their way to Bermuda. They thought, like, they were so off of, like, calculations, and then all of a sudden they wake up the next morning, they see a light tower. It's Bermuda, and that's the hope, the light tower.
Yeah.
And that's I mean, we've just been doing activities, living life like it's our last day. Like if we like right now we're looking into, like, getting a suite at the United Center.
Hell yeah. Who's going to party with us? Who's going to podcast with us at a suite at the United Center? Come on now. We get there 2 hours early. We knock out an hour podcast, and then we watch the game.
Yeah.
That's how we live life to the max.
Yeah.
On life to the max.
Yeah. And, like,
we're getting escorts catered to the suite.
Not.
No?
No,
I thought you said escorts.
We're not.
Oh, you said escargot, not escorts.
Yeah,
Go.
escargot. Okay.
Escargot or escort hose.
Yeah, let's get escargot. It's escargot hose. Fuck it.
We're getting steak. We're getting lamb. We're getting lobster and Kool-Aid and caviar.
You're crazy, but I'm not paying for that. There's no fucking way that the UC is gonna be like.
Listen, once we get that mailbox money coming in that says life to the max on the check.
I mean, you're right.
Then we're getting steak and lobster and caviar and escorts.
You're right. And it's been tough, like, trying to get used to the cameras, looking for angles.
Hell yeah. Max is a diva. Y'all don't know.
No, I'm not. I am actually. I haven't told you I'm like that.
Y'all don't know.
I don't like that.
Max is like, listen, I don't like that angle. And I'm like, okay, what if we put 2 cameras on you? Is that okay? Is that okay, Max? Can we put 2 cameras on you? If you can't decide, let's just give you 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, everything will come into place naturally. We're still new to this. We're still adjusting.
Yeah, we're trying. We definitely bit off more than we could chew, but that's. I mean.
No, that's fine. Because we're still hungry.
Yeah.
We're still hungry.
I mean, that's the thing about, we learn. We learn every day. We motivate each other, and, like, I hope, like, this podcast motivates people, inspires people, like, to enjoy the little things, because the little things are the most important. Sometimes you don't even know.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes you don't even know.
And living life to the max isn't just about Max. Life to the Max podcast isn't just about us. It's about all of us. Every guest that came on, every guest that is going to come on, we're a family. We all live the same life together. You know what I'm saying? And what did they say? Strength in numbers.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
100%. And shout out to all the people who actually, came here. We started on a coffee table. And
we started on a fucking coffee table.
Now we're doing a podcast with cameras, lighting, freaking nice mics.
Hell yeah.
I didn't realize, like, how much we escalated
in 1 year.
In 1 year, we don't have a videographer. We don't have a person that specializes in lighting.
It's just me and Max.
Yeah.
Come on. We need a professional here. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, all right? I just act like I'm cool, but I'm stressed out, all right? I don't know if the lighting is hitting me good. I don't know if I'm all the way in focus. Yeah. I don't know the degrees of the angles of the cinematography professional setup. I don't fucking know, all right? But hey.
We're just winging it.
We're winging it and we're flying with it.
All
right. Shout out to Elias on the switchboard right now controlling the cameras. Teamwork makes the dream work. This is what I'm saying.
He just pulled up and we were like, hey.
Yeah, I was tweaking. I was like, dude, I got to put this camera here. I got to put this camera here. I'm tripping over wires. I'm like, what the fuck? And I hear a knock. And I'm like, is that help, Max? I hear Elias's voice. I'm like, that's help, Max. I'm like, yo, Elias. He's like, what's up, man? Want to get high? I'm like, no, I need work done. Help me out. Get on the fucking cameras. Let's knock this episode out.
You want Elias was the light tower.
Yeah. Elias was the light tower. He's right behind me. Yeah, there he is. Shout out to Elias.
Anyways, we're still making this work. We have a lot coming. And
all right, so look, we talked about the past. We talked about the present. Now let's give a little bit of the future to end the episode off. You know, what's next for us? Besides, we gave a little bit of the future for the suite. But, like, come on, what else is in your imagination? What else can we do? We want to get you on a flight. You know, we want to figure that out.
We definitely want to take a vacation, but we're having a little trouble with the transportation, as in my van. But we'll fix that, and
we want to get an Airbnb.
Like maybe in Scottsdale.
Stay there for a week, and then find another destination for a week, and then make it back home.
Go on Arrows, take a little look, see what's popping in Arizona.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, yeah.
For those who don't know,
Arrows
is a website for
the hose.
It's for escorts. They're professionals.
Yeah, they're professionals at hose.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But, I mean, hopefully one day we get to go out of the country, like maybe Mexico or, Europe. Like, I mean, that would be awesome. But the one thing I want in the future, and I hope you all are praying for me, is a way to get out of this wheelchair and enjoy my life to the motherfucking fullest.
Come on, power and prayer.
That's how it is. So we get that following, get all those prayers. Max might be able to get out of his chair.
We're not asking for money.
Yo, I just fucking rhymed with that. I said if you follow these prayers, Max might be able to get out of his chair.
Facts.
For real. But that's like what I want in the future. And hopefully we get it. And hopefully one day I move out of this cold ass fucking place. But this is where all our connections are, so it's kind of hard at the same time.
Yeah, no, we're taking over Chicago like fucking Monopoly. We're building a building, all right? And once we staple Chicago to our map, then we're moving on to the next one.
Yeah, definitely not L.A. We're not going there.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
You know, if everything is about connections with this podcast,
yeah,
I'll think out loud on the podcast right now. Fuck it, it's a good idea. You could use me as like a scout. You know, like if you're interested in, like, let's say we met the DJ that's from LA, I'll take a fucking weekend flight to LA and I'll meet him and then meet other people and find a spot we could chill at, make sure everything's straight. So I'll come up with like a fucking blueprint of activities to do.
I used to be a scout in the Army. I was a reconnaissance.
Yeah,
so I mean,
let me be recon. I'll build all the relationships there. Yo, I'll bring Max back, you know what I'm saying? And they'll expect our arrival. Elias will come with too,
Yeah, I mean, like that would be cool.
Because honestly, like traveling with you, it's easy to be done technically, and logistically. But I think a key puzzle piece to that piece, the key piece to that puzzle is the relations.
That's what we were gonna do last year at Buenos Aires. We were gonna have someone go scout down there to see if it's if we can even pull it off.
No, but that was more so like seeing your living situation. Yeah. I want to do more than that. I'm obviously gonna find a place where that's accessible. But after that, I want to build relations with people. Like this guy's the DJ, or this guy owns this club, or this guy owns this, and then like we got people to call in case we need something, or we got people that can chaperone us, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's
we need a team.
I mean, the plan is to not just inspire people, but to get a movement going.
Fuck yeah.
Follow us behind you,
And look, Max leads parades, so he's leading this shit too. Look at him.
I want to know what it feels like to have 1 million people behind me.
Facts.
Honestly.
In a non-conceited way.
Yeah, non-conceited, no. Just in a way where, I'm changing lives. You guys are helping change lives to other people by saying, I listen to this and it changed my life. I listened to this girl, and she was in an abusive relationship, and she got out of it. Now she's doing great, you know, stuff like that. Like, that's what Life to the Max is all about, our podcast. Yeah. It's about showing different perspectives.
Shout out to Devin on the episode called Trauma Taught Me Love. Tune in.
Perspective, you know. Everybody has their own perspective of life.
Everybody has a story.
Everybody has their stories. Everybody has their opinions, and we want to hear it. I mean, that's why we started. And I mean, I'm just grateful that I'm able to do the things I want to do, like go to games and, you know, just even though it's hard, we get it done. I mean, like.
Hell yeah.
Well, we have me rolling. And then like the vents rolling, and then we have to bring the IV back. I mean, it's a lot, but we get it done, and I feel like that's you know, that's like that's, you know, a beautiful thing, because I'm able to still live my life, and do the things I want to do, because
he doesn't have an excuse, and neither should you. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. I mean, basically that's it. But, you know, stay tuned. You know, YouTube is going to be up very soon. Or Instagram.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everybody hop on the comments and tell Max he looks good, so he can finally build the courage to schedule his professional photo shoot that I've been encouraging him to do for fucking 3 months.
Yeah, and prayers to all the people that need it right now, honestly. God bless all of you, and, you know, hopefully you stay tuned and listen to Life to the Max.
Hell yeah. Email us at lifetothemaxpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know some stories, something to talk about. Hit us up if you want to, like, hop on the show. You know, our Instagram is Life to the Max Podcast. Come on, give us a follow. You'll see our personal Instagrams on there, too. You can personally follow us. Come on, man. We're moving.
Yeah.
We're moving. What else do we need? Hit us up. How can we do things better? Hit us up.
Yeah.
We will accept all criticism, all suggestions, and all guests. We don't discriminate. We participate.
That's just a little recap of our years, man, and like how we live life to the max. Because a lot of people ask me that too. Well, how do you live life to the max? Because I'm always questioning someone else how they live life to the max. Well, now you know. You just get out there and you enjoy it, or you're just chilling with your boys, and then, like, you're laying in bed looking like you're dead, but they look at you like you're a regular person. That's how it is.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it is. Like, when you're just chilling with your boys, you're playing Call of Duty. Like,
hold on. You might have looked ugly at times, but you never looked like you were dead. Come on now.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if like a random person walked in, they would probably think I'm sick or something, you know, but they don't realize, like, spinal cord injury.
Yeah, until you start insulting their lives. Yeah. Nobody's gotten insulted by somebody who's dying.
Yeah.
You will do that.
You'll
be on your last breath literally dying, and you'll be like, Eric, those shoes are ugly.
Yeah, or I'll be like, or I'll be, if a girl walks in, I'll be like, I knew you liked me because 4 wheels. Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? Just kidding.
Yeah, unless she doesn't look good, and then Max will be like, you look like the type of girl who pays for the gym membership but never goes.
No, that's my brother, and he'll be on the podcast before this. But yeah, anyways, this has been Life to the Max. What do you?
All right, tell the people peace. Tell the people peace. We're out. This is a good one. This is an introductory to Quadfather and Erratic.
I'll tell the people peace. All right, so a peace to the Middle East. Let's go.
What about the rest of the world? Why are you discriminating? I just said we don't discriminate.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah, you're tweaking.
All right, peace to Earth.
Yeah.
Master.
Okay,
peace.
we're just gonna let that ride.
I don't know.
We'll work on it. Yeah, if anybody wants to write us an outro, we could use that too. We're struggling, obviously.
We just gotta end it with one more thing. Okay, so me and Max,
in the cut.
We don't give a shit and we don't give a fuck.
Hey, that's what we do. How we conclude. We live in life
to the max.
Woo! We out of here. Let's get it.
On my podcast.
Yeah.
You hit that though. It's after me and Max in the cut. We don't give 2 shits and we don't give a fuck.
It's what we do. Ain't shit to prove. We
podcast.